Moving on to the data types, we just saw int and we saw string. So let's discuss these more. Data types specify the different sizes and the type of values that your variable will be able to store. All right. You have primitive data types in Java, which is Boolean, char, byte, short, int, long, float, and double. And then you have non-primitive data types, which are strings and arrays, which we will cover next week. All right. Now, if we come to primitive data types, integer further has 4 variants: long, short, byte, and int. Int is the one which is most commonly used and takes care of typically a wide range of values that we need to use in our programs generally. But long is used for typically very long integer type of value. So integer is basically all number kind of values: roll number, employee ID, etc., etc. Okay. Float is for decimal point, numeric values with decimal points. There I use float. Okay. Float and double, you have 2 variants. Again, double has a wider range. You can store a larger value compared to float. Okay, and double also gives you higher precision. So double is typically used more commonly when we work with decimal values, decimal point values. Character, CHAR is the data type that you have for character, which is basically storing single characters like dollar, underscore, A, B, all these alphabets. So for that you have char. Okay. And then you have Boolean. Boolean is true, false, yes, no kind of data. All right. So say you have a program where you want to set the flag as true or a flag as false, then you will go ahead and declare that variable as Boolean type. This is the slide which has the range defined for you for greater understanding. And also it says that, byte, typically 1 byte is 8 bits of data. And then short, the range is given to you 16 bits, that is 2 bytes. Integer is 32 bytes, 32 bits, sorry, which is 4 bytes. And long, as I said, it can store longer numeric values. Float and double. With double, if you see, it says 15 digits of precision, hence it is the one which is preferred. And Boolean, true or false, char, Unicode characters, generally 16 bits per character. That is the what do we mean by these bits and bytes here? That this is the amount of memory that will be given to your variable. Okay, depending on the data type you declare. All right, we will begin with our example. Anyone who wants me to pause here and like any question you have, or you want to do this variable type? Yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Why, since static variables, we can't change the value of static variables. Why were we able to assign a variable of 5 to Tyre's number, since it was a static variable and we had already initiated it with a value?
Good question. I was expecting that. Thank you. The reason I was able to do is because conceptually static variables, if you work on, I would say, if you work on real projects, if you have declared a variable as static, you will typically not go ahead and change it, because your very purpose of giving it as static is you want that value to remain same for all instances of that class. All right. But it's not that you will not be able to. You can still go ahead and override it. But remember that if you have changed this, say for one particular object, then that value will be reflected for all of them. All right.
Okay.
Static will be more clear to you. I will once again pick this up when we do classes and objects, because right now when I talk of multiple instances objects, it might not be very clear. So I'll take the static concept again once we do classes and objects. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
maybe Diti, one question.
Yeah.
String right bracket and the args, even though we're not passing any value here, so what is the reason?
That is a standard. I would say this is the way you will write main always. I would say it is the syntax of main function. Okay. it takes this as an argument, which is the string array. Whether you are using it or not is all right, but it will always expect a string array to be passed as an argument. You may use these args in your code if you wish to, or but this is like every thing in Java. So syntax is very important. The way you declare classes, the way you declare methods, and especially this main. So this is a standard definition of main. It will always have public. Why? Because it should have accessibility everywhere throughout your project. Or static, because it is at the class level. Void, because it is not returning any value. It will simply be used as a processing point, and everything would get executed. So we are not returning anything. When we return values when suppose there is another method, say display, which is being called from main. Then we will want display to probably return a value that we use inside main, right? So similarly, the string Rs also is by definition, main will have this arguments.
Okay.
All right. Okay. If you want to pass something from command line, or where you you want to give some specific information to JVM while it is executing, that is the time we use these args. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So we are going to do this example where